Shit. Where did I save? Oh, I saved. Good. Good, I saved here. That was what I was talking about. You have to be like really fast. If you're off just a little bit, he will crush you. So we'll save right after this, so that way, let's go ahead and save. Let's save on a second one in case I can't seem to do it right. So, I mean, you gotta be literally like that quick, so that way you can do that to him. And you still didn't kill him, so don't worry, you didn't kill the Antwarp. You actually made it reproduce. That's how they reproduce, is they explode. So, okay, we got rid of the Antwarp. Got that out of our way. So let's go over here now. So this is that log. That log, I swear there should have been something about it, but there never was. So this is where a hermit lives. You can talk to him. He'll tell you about a magic mirror. He gives you the trigger spell. Pretty much he's not useful for anything here. Basically what he tells you is that he takes a flying leap off this thing, trying to hint that this is a flying water. So you can actually get flying water from here. If you do not say get flying water, it is not flying water, it's normal water. So that's one where you got to be a little bit picky about how you word it. So, okay. We're going to come into town real quick. We got a lot to do on the first day, since I'm going to try to speed run this as much as possible. We need to come over here, and this is the Centaur, and you can even ask her about a date, and she'll tell you her dad sucks and won't let her date until next year. You get actually points for that. So we're going to buy 50 apples. You go, why do we need 50 apples? Well, we need it for a frost giant. So we're going to now run over here and give it to the frost giant. So this is you know, this was the game that got me into role-playing games. As you can tell, there's a lot of stuff you can do, a lot of exploration and stuff, but it's tiny enough that a little kid, you know, isn't going to get overly frustrated with the interface and stuff. I mean, I think the worst was obviously with spelling, you know. It still is. I suck at spelling. So you find this guy, you know, and he's a frost giant. So, you know, I think the Norwegians and stuff have tales about giants and stuff, Vikings and stuff. So, you know, kind of keeping along with their mythos. So we're going to go ahead and give him the apples. And he's going to give us, in return for giving him a crap load of food to help out with his food stores, because they're kind of going to be starving, he's going to give you this gem that glows. You can actually attack him and fight him. He will own you, so I don't suggest it. So we've done that now. Alright. The only thing we have not done is gotten the fairy dust. So let's go ahead and go to the healer's house. Tell her about the potion. We're going to get that all taken care of. Get this squared away real quick. So you're going to tell her right now about how she can create this spell potion. So we're going to give her the acorn. And then we're going to give her the fur. And then we're going to give her flowers. And then we're going to give her flying water. And now all she needs is the fairy dust. We don't have that though. So fairies only come out usually at night. So let's see if we can get it to be nighttime. Sunset approaches. Alright, we're getting a little closer. Okay. Okay. So let's go up here to the castle. Let's get this guy to open the gate. A funny thing you can do is you can stand underneath the gate and he'll actually start lowering it and crush you. Come over here. This is actually where you actually can kind of level up your skills and stuff. This guy basically will give you a rake and you can rake this place. Yeah. Get some cool little MIDI music going. And a little pause there, you know, because you need to take a breath. You got a breath. And it is nighttime now, because that progresses usually the time cycle by 1. And he talks a little bit too long. You can actually go in there and sleep, and he'll wake you up in the morning and actually force you to work because, well, you're sleeping on the job and stuff. So we climb over the wall because, you know, middle of the night, castle shuts up. So we're good to go. Notice the textures here changed. The door to the gate is actually closed. You'd have to climb over to get inside. You're pretty much stuck outside once it becomes night. If you don't have... You know, that's a cave troll, by the way. They have a cave troll. He will actually chase you a little bit. See? If you run onto the screen and kind of stop, it means that he has stopped pursuing you. He apparently has not. Oh, good God. Okay. Now we got to be careful because we're getting close to the ghost room. There's a cemetery. There's ghosts in there. You do not want to go in there without an undead urgent on. Oh, here we go. So these are the fairies. So they're asking, can we dance? Do we know how to dance? Will we dance? Or are we going to dance for them? So we say, yeah, let's dance. If your agility is not high enough, you'll actually kind of do like a punk rock dance, and they make fun of you. If you have a high agility, though, obviously you dance very well, and they appreciate it, and kind of talk about how you love them, they love you, and then they start kind of fighting with each other. So now that you've danced for them, they're going to ask you, what do you want? You know? And they kind of get worried that maybe you're going to eat fairies, and we're going to say we want some fairy dust. Not durst, dust. And so they're like, hey, that's really magical stuff, you know? Why should we give you? And they're like, oh, you danced for us. Well, and it goes back and forth, like you would expect fairies to, you know? Kind of nitpicking with each other. And they decide Mickey should have to give it to you. And so you're going to get some dust. And this was very impressive when I was a kid. I always thought this was a very cool scene. Especially the dancing. I thought that was kind of cool. Excuse me. So, we have gotten the dust. I better have the dust. Flask of fairy dust. Okay. So, let me show you what you do. What will happen is if you step into a mushroom ring. See if I can actually get in there. It's kind of hard to do it. Oh, wait. I know there's a way to do it. Maybe we won't do it today. Come on. There we go. He came into our circle. Who invited you here? How rude. And that's what happens if you don't have high agility. You dance like that. But they'll literally dance you to death. Basically, you broke their ring. You're not supposed to. So, we will now restore, because we do not want to die. And we're going to head south now. And they're nice. Yeah, I guess they'll kill you, but you know, you broke the ring. You shouldn't have been in there in the first place. It's a magical place. So we're going to now head back to town. No, actually, wait. No, we're not going to head to town. We're going to head to and see if we can get our reward for saving the Baron's son. I think we have everything for the potion. It's just nighttime. The healer has to sleep sometime, so she's not going to want to talk to us. So this is kind of a little bit of uniqueness for back then games, having day-night cycles and stuff like that. A lot of them did not have such things. It was always the same time. So we're going to climb over the wall, and we're going to come up here. And shit. So they're not here. Okay, that's fine. We'll be on day 3 instead. No big deal. So come in here and just curl up and take a nap. Yeah. Yes. It is a rude awakening, however. What do you think this is? Rest Hope? Get to work! So he makes us work again. But he still gives us at least 5 silvers for doing it. So hey, he didn't charge me for, you know, sleeping in his stables. So, if you're a fighter... Oh, hey, here he is. You get this guy. So, we actually will get to fight the Weapon Master. So, basically the point of this is just spam attack him. And if you have enough strength and weapon skill, you will actually beat him. I may not beat him, though. I may have to be maxed for it. Which that's fine, because, you know, he is the Weapon Master. Oh, wow, he's pushing me back. Bastard, quit it. Fucking own you. Come on. What do you got? What do you got? You got nothing. You got nothing. You're a punk-ass bitch. Come on. Fuck you. Fuck you. No! Oh! Oh, well. I almost beat him. He actually acts all nice as long as you you don't win. Right when you win, he gets all pissed off. So, here's our introduction to the Baron. We come in here. Yeah. Already defeated some great evils. He tells you how thankful he is and how he feels that you might be able to save his land. Bernard's a complete douche still. He's thankful that you killed the Kobold, which his son couldn't do, by the way. That's why he got captured. Mostly because he was rude to the Kobold. So you can ask him about stuff, you know. Hey, you can be like, hey, what about your daughter? Okay, what about the leader? So he tells you, Baba Yaga cursed her, and then this leader showed up. And you can ask him about the Jester, and you can ask him about the Warlock, and blah, 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 whatever. So we're going to go ahead and leave. So he actually keeps you here for a whole day. But you get fed, and you get a crap load of money, and all that. So we are done with this part now. We are now ready to take on the final boss. We have all the ingredients for the Dispel Potion. We just need to turn them in and let her make the potion for us. We know there's a great evil, so we're good to go. The only thing we don't know is where the leader is. We don't know that information. That would be kind of useful information, probably. Now, she tells you to come back later. I actually thought that they would make the time thing work on this one, but they didn't. You just literally walk out and walk back in. Yeah, whatever. It's technically later, I guess. So, here's how you would find out about the hideout and stuff like that. If we were playing the game normally. Now, we probably won't wait for it because day is only dawning and the thing happens at noon, but I'll go ahead and show you. I didn't show you any of the stealing stuff either, but hey, what you gonna do? So, when you come in here, you notice that there's actually a note under that chair. So you can pick up the note and you read it, and he's all like, hey, meet me at the archery range at noon. And you're like, okay, so there's kind of a drop zone. If you want to do the thieving stuff, this house is robbable. That's the sheriff's house. You can actually pick the lock and rob the crap out of him. The old lady house by the magic store is also robbable. Hero's Tale Inn is basically just kind of tells you about the next game that's coming. So let's go ahead and see if he's here. If he's not, I'll just tell you what would happen. So you would normally find 2 people here. They tell you about the secret entrance. Where's the secret entrance? Guess what? It's where that Antwerp was. So, but since we technically don't know about the secret entrance, okay? We don't know about it. Yeah, it's not noon. We're going to be exploring, so let's see if we can do it the badass way. Okay? So we're going to come in here. This would be how the fighter would probably do it. So you go this way, and this is an area of the forest we have not explored yet. Hey, so kind of same Serines, but you know. As we come over here, we find... Oh! There's a lot of... Okay. So, this is basically an ambush. So we check our stats and we're like, okay, we might be able to do it. Do we have any healing potions? Oh, we don't. Alright. So, we're going to have to do this hardcore. Let's see. Oh, taking arrows. Alright. Jump log. Okay. So we can't jump it, so let's climb log. Oh, there's only one good place, so I gotta let them hit me for a while. So we top over the log. Alright. So we've gotten beaten up pretty bad here now. And we're fighting, you know, a brigand here. And we basically gotta take this guy down without dying. So let's see if we can do it. Oh no, another one comes. So you just gotta keep going. Just gotta fill the burn. Fill the burn. Yeah. But there's another. I like how their faces kind of change too. They actually have some different sprites for each face. Oh, that guy got a stab off. I don't know if we're gonna make it. I don't know if we're gonna make it. Are we gonna make it? Oh, oh. Hey. Alright. So this is the ambush. So this is how the fighter would kind of do it, okay? We're gonna see, so we're gonna go into the next scene now. So there's a Minotaur there. Now let's see if we can actually calm him before he sees us. A fighter would just take him on, but you know, we've already kind of pushed our little thief to the limit. Alright, good. So a fighter would, you could brute force this gate open. The wizard can cast open. We're gonna go a little bit sneakier route. We're gonna go ahead and go the thief route, and we're just gonna climb over it. So we're now in the final area of the game. Okay. Now, this one was kind of annoying as a child because the graphics are not great. So you can see there's a rug here, so there's probably a pit. There's this little line right here that's not over here, so there's actually a tripwire. And then you see that this thing has a marking and this one has a marking, so you'd be like, oh, I need to go to this one. Well, no, that one will fall over. So this one, you kind of have to be a little careful as you go through it. So you're gotta be a little precise. So you're using like the mouse and stuff. Now you see this line here? Yeah, it's another tripwire. So you gotta like get over here and get next to it, and then actually say step over rope, and he'll automatically go across. Now this next room is even worse. So you got past that room, you're all like, yeah, yeah. So first off, you got to remember when you come in to immediately close this door. Else the brigands are going to just follow in behind you. So you closed and barred the door. Now you got to keep moving. So you're all like, okay, now I got to push this chair to block this other door because we don't want them getting in here. Oh, I said door. He's like, I don't know how to push the door. So we've already screwed up, so let's hope we can make it. Okay. So now we gotta push this candelabra. As a kid, seriously, did not know how to spell candelabra. I didn't even know what a candelabra was at the time. So you push the candelabra and the Three Stooges wannabes come around. Now you don't want to jump up on this table yet because they'll just drag you off. So you actually have to sit here and wait until they're kind of at the other end and you're like, okay, get on the table. And then you swing across. And at least this part is all, you know, you don't have to do. This was so cool. So they get back up and you're like, oh god, no. Bam! Three Stooges taking them out. Ah, love this room. Oh, no, I wasn't fast enough. They still came in because I was talking. See, this is back when the games were not forgiving. They didn't. This is Dark Souls bullshit now, yo. They're all like, oh, this game is hard and no, fuck you. Old school games were unforgiving. You went out of your way to make your game unforgiving. These games were just unforgiving by accident. You know? Mario and crap like that, you know, where shit got real randomly. Alright, so gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving. Can't fuck up for a second. They'll fuck us up. So prepare the text typer with the get on table, and then you, bam, okay, gotta get up there. Alright. Alright. Whatever we do, we don't want to wait for that damn door to be back open, so right when you get a chance, you gotta be going through that door. Yeah. Gotta keep it going. Come on, open door. Yeah, alright. Whew. Alright, next room. So we now have found the Warlock. So he's joking and all that. I think he's actually supposed to be a gnome in the mythos of this game world, but they're never clear about it. I wonder if we can ask him. Ask about gnome. Nope. So anyways, you actually can ask him about the Jester, and he'll actually tell you that he is the Jester. You can ask him about the leader and stuff like that. Basically, York was the good guy. He went off and looked for Elsa, found that she was in an enchantment, and basically made himself a person that could be used by her, so that way she'd keep him around so he'd keep her safe. I don't like him, so we're gonna attack him so he goes away, because he throws crap at you while you're doing this puzzle. So this is another room that you can die in. So if you go over to this side, you actually fall off. See that little line right there? Yeah. If you try to go straight, that sucker flips you off too. So we gotta walk through this door. So we come out that little pass down there. We're like, okay. And then we gotta come down here. We go through this door. So now we're gonna save our game, so that way we don't screw up this next part. You pull the chain, it opens up that door, but you gotta be quick. There ain't no screwing around in these games. So then you coming through here, and you're like, alright, sweet. Okay. So that door doesn't look quite right. So now what you do is you prepare yourself. You open that door, but you step back in. Aha! Yeah, missed me. What about it? So we are almost done. This is the final room. We're going in. Alright, there's the brigand leader. The bitch. The evil one. The one that has been causing all the problems in this land. And you're like, kind of looks like a dude from this distance. And then you're like, wait, no, it is a chick. So then what do? You just bash a bottle on her face. I mean, you throw the dispel potion on the... You just clapped her with a beer bottle in the face, and it's like, she's like, oh, I remember who I am. And somehow I changed into a dress real quickly. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not really sure where she was keeping that dress under that tight-fitting leather outfit, but okay. I mean, the Baron made sense. He was changed into a bear, so they just didn't want him to be naked. So she tells you she is Elsa. She's now glad she can remember who she is. All this treasure will be returned to their owner or their owners and all that. So York comes in, says, "Oh my God, you remember?" She tells you about the healing potions in her desk. Here's the thing: fuck those healing potions. You have barely enough time to get the mirror. Now, what's the mirror? Well, if you talk to the hermit that I mentioned. Oh, by the way, that was the Raven. Right up there. I don't know if you saw it. That was the Raven. The thieves, that Raven shows up in every game. You are always looking for the Raven. Okay, so we got the mirror. The mirror in this game is mentioned by the hermit. And basically, he mentions that the Jester borrowed it. So you're like, oh, when you see it, it's a magic mirror. It reflects spells back at whoever casts spells at you. So if we had done this properly, we'd have already met Baba Yaga, who's this evil witch, and had done a quest for her. She turns you into a frog, and you have to go get a mandrake root, and basically she'll eat that instead of you. I didn't do the quest because I hate the quest. So that's my reason. That's it. I just don't like doing the quest. So, yeah. Dude, I'm almost dead. I'm not fighting you. No, I don't want to go that... That's the one downside is he just runs a direction, but it's never the way you want him to go. So, and it's a goblin. You can outrun it easily. I could kill it in 2 seconds. But... So, give Jim. Now I'm hoping, because normally you come here first. So he opens up this thing, and you have to ask him about the rhyme. I already know it. It's Hut of Brown, now sit down. And the hut sits down for you. So Baba Yaga is an ancient witch from Germanic lore too. Basically lives in a hut, obviously, with chicken legs and stuff like she ate children, if I remember correctly, stuff like that. She shows up in quite a few games. My favorite game, in fact, she shows up in Quest for Glory 4. So she gives you just barely enough time to hit the spacebar here. And normally, because of that dragon face, you don't think you can, because that usually means you're in kind of a scene that you can't do anything. But you can actually use the mirror. So you grip it. You know, you're all like, oh god, oh god. So if you've met her before, you know she's turned you into a frog. You know she's gonna eat you. This woman cursed Elsa. She's a badass. So here you are with just a mirror. You reflect the spell back at her, and she's all like, "You suck." So, little bitch goes away. Now she casts an Ellimist or Save My Ass contingency spell. So, which is kind of cool that she does. So she ports you outside of the house, and then the house takes off. And that is it. That is the game. Now, normally, after you beat the brigand, you can actually just go back to the castle and be done. But no. You're a badass hero, so what do? You go and take out that bitch. And look, everybody shows up at your thing. You got the Minotaur, you got the Girl Centaur, you got Yorick. The Hermit is that kind of grayish blob off to the right. Erasmus, who I didn't take us to, is the wizard with the rat next to him. The two cat people and the guy with the hat on is Abdullah. They're going to take us to the next game, Trials of Fire. And then there's actually developers in here. Those are pictures of, the rest of them are developers and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. So they actually mentioned that you defeated the Ogress, you saved the man from Beast, you saved the Beauty, you've done everything. Now, we're going to get to a part where everybody gave BioWare accolades of, oh, you're so innovative and stuff like that, because Mass Effect allowed you to transfer your characters and stuff like that. Yeah, fuck you. Did that in Heroes Quest. I'm going to save my character and he's going to be able to go into Heroes Quest 2. Ultima even allowed you to do it. The only thing Mass Effect added is, oh, well, it affected the world. And it really, how much? Not that much from what I remember. I mean, some of the dialogue would be a little different and stuff like that, but that's not really innovative to me. That's just, you finally have the space and technology to do it. This game is 3 megabytes. 3 megabytes, okay? You know how big Mass Effect is? Looking at gigabytes. Gigabytes. That's a lot more than a megabyte. You could almost say it's 10 to the 1024 more. So, with how much space they had and stuff like that, this game was very, very, in my opinion, kind of ahead of its time. So you can see down here in the bottom, anyways, the Brigand Castle, Aramis' thing up there. That little pink spot on the right side, that's Aramis' house. We didn't go to that. The sparkling blue in the bottom right, that's the lake and stuff. So this was my childhood, guys. Quest for Glory, Heroes Quest. I played all of them. They were awesome. Like I said, they originally were going to do only 4. They didn't really feel like the the third one that was supposed to be originally Shadow of Darkness. They didn't feel anybody was really ready to fight like a Cthulhu-esque monster, so they kind of shoved in the one that's currently known, Quest for Glory 3, where basically you go to lion towers and stuff like that. It was the weaker one in my opinion. Kind of sucked. I didn't really like it. And I have no clue what is up with that weird noise. So, anyways, this was kind of... Really, that's kind of annoying. Damn. Media player freaking out. There we go. So it leads into Quest for Glory 2. Basically, they take you to an Arabian type setting, so you actually get to see the East, as I think as it's known. And it was awesome because it was my first time I ever got to see an Arab type world and stuff like that. And you know, they tried to keep some of it kind of interesting with like how they do their hats and stuff like that. So 343, not that great of points. Kind of skipped a lot of stuff like talking to Aramis, talking to Abdul, stuff like that. But whatever. So they suggest going through and playing with your different characters. Here's the cool part: you can actually save off your character. So my character has now been saved. See, save character file has been created. So my character is actually now, if I wanted to, I could take him into Quest for Glory 2, even though technically I cheated. They asked if you want to save him again on something else. No. And that's it. That was Quest for Glory 1. That is my childhood, guys. So hope you enjoyed it. I love this game. If you want to try it out yourself, Good Old Games, GOG.com, has 1 through 5 for sale. I think it's only like $10. It is a great buy. I suggest it for people. They have a VGA version, so if you're like, oh god, EGA, it's too old school, the VGA is a little bit nicer. If you want to try out a Quest for Glory game without have to drop any money for it, you know, don't pirate it. But instead, go to AGD Interactive. They remake old school games. All you need to do is look for Quest for Glory 2, the remake. And they have a VGA version of it. Really great graphics. They kept it to the standard. They actually have 3 ways of doing it. You can do it with the parser. You can do it with the graphical interface where you just use your mouse. I suggested if you want to just check out this stuff. But Quest for Glory was Heroes Quest was my that is the game that I grew up with, that I fell in love with, that made me the D&D nerd I am today, that made me the role-playing gamer. That is the reason why consoles will never beat the PC, in my opinion, because there's just so much awesomeness that is in the PC. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys all later. Night.